how do you synthesize your product, your linear product, which at the moment pays the bills, with you know, these other types of experiences? And you know, I think this is a similar question which you could talk about to any sort of OTT content. You know, whether it was something on your website or you know, we do fan view streams for NASCAR, these types of things. How do you connect all this stuff? And I don't actually have an answer for that, but to say that I think we need to. And I don't think, at least right now, we're necessarily looking at VR to potentially replace the linear broadcast. And I'll tell you why. The audience, no matter what, requires a story to be told. And that while it all is well and good that you can choose your own adventure and go and look where you want, most audience members get tired of that. They want to be, I mean, you know, we pay some money for our producers and directors, and they're really talented, and our talent and whatnot. And ultimately, you know, you want to maintain that part of the broadcast. So how do you synthesize all that and allow some VR to get in and make it a little bit more as a larger platform? I'm not sure yet, but it's something that we're really looking for.
Are you suggesting that we might see some future in which it's 4K HD interspersed with virtual reality? No,
I mean it's hard to know. I mean, with the technology that could come out, maybe there's something that might allow that to happen. But I think what I'm suggesting is that at the moment, you have your glasses to your side and you're sort of, you know, dipping in and out, because I mean, let's face it, with the technology on the consumer side right now, that's about as much as anybody can take. I think that we sort of proved that here. So in the future, how to synthesize that with your linear broadcast is I'm just not sure yet.
But Derek would say, I think, without putting too many words in his mouth, is that it's ready right now. You're doing it if you'd use it for educational purposes.
Yeah, I mean, with
absolutely.
So I kind of have two opinions on it. One is, yeah, we're doing it for training athletes right now, and it'll be applied to sales forces and doctors and, you know, empathy, et cetera. I think personally the elephant in the room, even though it's not an elephant, but is the headsets, right? I mean, that thing, what is it going to look like? And one of the cool things about us, and this, who cares that I'm the one, you know, kind of driving the ship, but we actually worked with athletes all last year, you know, and Brad has actually seen people put their stuff on, so they have data points, but not a lot of VR companies have data points for how people actually react when people pay money to use it, right? So with us, we're working with some of the best athletes in the world whose job it is to get better, to make money, to put food on the table. And the longest session any football player had last year in a headset for us was 12 minutes.
Wow.
Now, and we track that data. Now, in that 12 minutes, they probably saw, you know, 90 plays. So they got 90 additional reps, not on the field. But I just, you know, I think that headset has a long way to go before someone's going to hang out in it for hours and hours, just based on what we've seen.
Yeah, so another data point. So if the content is compelling enough, and we did the live stream of Oculus Connect last year. Mark Zuckerberg was up there, and each keynote was about 35 minutes. How long did they stay in? 35 minutes. So given the compelling content, but that's not to say somebody's going to spend 2 hours watching an NBA game right now. These things are heavy, they're bulky, they're hot, there's all this. Forget that. I mean, that's like saying, well, the brick cell phone that we had is now what we have in the pocket. These things are going to be a pair of like Oakley glasses. They're going to Bluetooth from your mobile device. They're going to be full HD. I mean, unless somebody can convince me that technology is not going to advance any further.